Hello, hello, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn, and of course, joining me again, back-to-back days, is the one, the only Wookie monster himself. Oh my goodness, it
Hey.
is such a good feeling. I love casting with you. It's so
Aw.
great that we get to do it 2 days in a row. I like the way we have the schedule set up too. You know what I mean? It's really
Yeah,
nice.
for sure.
And yep, someone needs to go ahead and invite them back. But tonight's matchup is going to be a great one. We have here Team Exiles versus Team Counter Target Spell. And I definitely look forward to it. So it is Team Blue versus Team Orange. And it is going to be a really good matchup. We've seen a lot, like we said yesterday, a lot of familiar faces
Yep.
and a lot of new faces as well. So I can't wait to see what we have. It is a best of three series tonight. And let us go ahead and get the draft pulled up. They already started the banning. So we'll go ahead and get that up for all of you wonderful folk as well. And we'll go ahead and break down the teams for both of you as well. So starting off on blue side for Team Exiles, we have Young Shax, Nighthawk, Arrow, Mercurial Mars, and JR Boys. And for Team Counter Target Spell, we have here Acadian, Jack Spectrum, Diagon's Raincloud, and Apricot. So that is going to be tonight's matchup once again. And we do have the draft, I believe, up and ready. So yeah,
Yep.
let's go ahead and dive into that. We have the first three bands coming in from Team Exiles, and Counter Target actually has to give up one of their bands. So they only get two starting up, putting them at a slight disadvantage because that's the rules. So we do have here the Yuumi, the Nocturne, the Lux coming in from Team Exiles, and we have Morgana and Mundo coming out from Counter Target Spell. Oh, and it looks like also Ezreal. Okay, so I guess they're not forfeiting it, or they're doing it on the end, I'm assuming.
They did it at first. I think Mundo is the targeted or the lost band.
Oh, Lost Band,
I
got
think.
you. Okay,
I
so
think.
they still have to put one in regardless, just I guess to move forward. I don't know. I thought they could leave it blank, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, how do you feel about these bands? I mean, we've seen a lot of Mundo play. You said not so much you on the Rift. You haven't seen that much, but inside the league, we've seen a little bit of Mundo play. Do you like the
Sure.
new Mundo?
It's better than the previous Mundo in my opinion. So
Really?
yeah,
Like just in terms of utility, like the new move set, everything along those lines.
yeah. It just I think it provides a little bit more than what he used to be because he's kind of just basically a stat stick, and I think the new kit does provide a little bit more mechanics involved. So yeah.
Okay. No, understandable. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, if it has to make you think a little bit more, then yeah, I'm definitely down with the rework 100%. They need to fix Yasuo. Get rid of that crit 100%.
Yeah, get rid of that champion. I totally agree. Please.
And I think we might actually have a remake here
Yep.
for the draft itself. It looks like they accidentally had an extra ban, just like we had stated. So they're going to go ahead and restart that. I think we might have the same locked-in bans. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
allowed to change that or not. So
They'll
it's still
have
going to be
the
Yuumi,
same.
Nocturne, Lux.
Yeah, it has to be. So
Okay.
they're just gonna
Yeah, that's what I
start
thought.
banning the same ones, and then we'll go from there. There was a little bit of a miscommunication there. They thought the Mundo was enabled, but unfortunately, Mundo is not enabled for this.
Oh, still not. I thought it was
Yeah.
just a 1 week delay, and then we were going to go ahead and allow him into the play, but I guess not.
I think it's a 2 week actually, and
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay.
this would be the second. I think this would be the
Mhm.
either the second week for Mundo to be still banned. So just waiting on
Yes.
that
Yep.
draft link.
Yes, as am I. Oh.
But yeah, the first few bans I think are pretty solid. I mean, Morgana, very prevalent still in the jungle and can be flex, support, and even mid lane. The Yuumi is kind of a surprise to first ban out straight away. But hey, I mean, if they don't like the amount of or the combo of Yuumi and just anyone in particular, then yeah, that is a solid go-to for a ban. Nocturne as well, always a good pick into the squishier comps, and
Right.
has the flexibility of being a mid laner, a jungler, even top lane. So good ban there. And then the Lux, I mean, I feel like that might be
Oof.
a targeted ban, but hey, I don't know.
We've seen a lot of utility from Lux. I mean, Fuchs' Lux is just legendary across the entire organization here. So, after yesterday's performance with him, he was MVP overall of the entire series. So, ending it out with a really good, strong Lux game is a way to cement most likely a ban moving forward
For sure.
for future teams. So, yeah, I like the 3 bans coming out, and I think it's like you said, Mundo is a no-go, but the Morgana and the Ezreal are going to be 2 bans into there. So yeah, getting rid of the Ezreal, he is very, very strong right now. Sunderer is just a kind of stupid broken item on him. Morgana in the jungle, mid, support. I mean, she's kind of like a flex pick, a really good flex pick, like you were mentioning with the previous people over there with Nocturne and the Lux as well. So I like the movement. I like the bans from both of these teams just out the gate. I hope we get to see an actual like the remaining of the bans here in a little bit once we get invited back into the game and we get another draft link sent to us. But that's okay. But what do you expect out of this? So like as we have seen, like what kind of comp would you want or recommend either of these teams, like based off of the current meta?
Well, I mean, Jack has been playing a lot of, these kind of aggressive junglers like Xin Zhao, so, according to his history.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting that because Xin Zhao is a very, very prevalent pick. It seems like both of these teams actually just want to do an engage or kind of supporty, protect the bruiser and ADC kind of like, with the Yumi ban, it makes sense too because, like, you don't want to Yumi on a bruiser like Urgot or something.
No.
Some champion that can just go in and do whatever he wants because you just get massive amounts of healing. So.
And Udyr.
Udyr, yeah, Udyr as well. But yeah, I'm expecting team fight comps. So overall, from both of these teams, so kind of the same as yesterday, I'd say.
Yeah, we saw. I would expect to maybe see like a Misfortune Leona thing like we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Some of the stronger ADCs, we saw the Kalista get pulled out by 4U, which was unreal. That was a really great performance on Kalista. Once again, one of the more underrated ADCs in my opinion. She doesn't get the respect that she deserves or the gameplay, but she does have a world skin though. Like I just want that to be known. She's very underplayed, still has a world skin. So the new draft should be underway here in the next few moments. Excellent, thank you. And here we go. So we'll go ahead and get that re-pulled up for all of you. And yes, the first 3 bans are still up for both sides. And the first pick is actually going to be coming in as the Echo. Okay, so starting off strong. Echo's been a menace. I've seen him a lot more recently within the past couple of days, as in like 2 or 3 days. I don't know if there's been any talk about change, or I know he definitely wasn't changed in the last patch, so I don't know what the hype is around him. He's annoying. And just like you were saying, the Xin Zhao pick coming out as well, that really matches their play style, that all-in dive, plus the sustain coming in from Xin Zhao's kind of unreal. So he's just an overall really good threat. I like that. And to kind of match like an Echo roam capabilities is really nice. But I know he's not going mid. He's most likely going to be going jungle, but we'll see. Could go theoretically top, right? No? Maybe?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, all options are kind of on the table with him. He could even be a mid laner against, certain other 80 mid laners. But hey, I think jungle is his best role because he's got a healthy clear. He's got that healing. He can, get to camps faster. I don't know if you knew this, but he could actually use his W blindly, like the pokey stick ability, and like at max range, you just go right to the camp, so you can kind of dash all over the place, pretty much. Karma coming out as well, and I was kind of talking about this. It's really beneficial to have a supportive kind of person or champion to support the Xin Zhao as much as possible, and roam with him too, or even invade. But we have Nautilus and Kindred coming out from Exiles. That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, their ultis are really strong on Exile so far.
Yeah.
Not that Xin Zhao and Karmas are like not prevalent in this type of fight. Xin Zhao has the capability to get everybody off, disengage, really separate the team out. It makes it easier to have like single target, with his ultimate, but he has to be in the middle of it, which means he has to be in the middle of a Kindred, a Nautilus, and who else they're gonna pick, I'm not sure. But how do you personally feel about on your team? Would you rather have a like more tankier, hard CC kind of support, or would you rather have the caster, more utility, healer, shielder kind of support on your kind of comp that you guys like to run?
Well, I mean, that's hard to say. I mean, our support. I mean, for me personally, our support really likes to play those type of engagey, Leona, Nautilus, and those types of champions. So I mean,
Hmm.
I'm okay with that. I mean, I like to see the karma. I mean, it's very, you just, kind of just help everyone out, instead of, try to CC everyone out. And I think the shields, especially on karma, are just so nasty. They deal so much. She deals so much damage and shields for that much. Is like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against it?
Yeah. And she gets heals back onto her with her W. She gets the root. She has the infinite poke. Her mantra is already up at level 1. So she already has the empowered Q. Yeah, she's a mess. She's a mess all over. Definitely one of the stronger caster supports, up there with Yumi, but Yumi got banned, and with Lux as well, and the Morgana. So 3 really strong AP casters. Cho'Gath and Poppy coming in as the next 2 bans from both sides here. Definitely don't see a whole lot of Poppy play, so that has to be targeted. I want to go back and look at their OP.GG, see which one plays Poppy more, and that kind of sucks because I would like to see a Poppy play. That would be pretty nice. But the last one's going to be coming in, and Volibear, and let's see who it is for Exiles, the final ban before we get into the final 2 picks. Based off of what we see here on both Exile and Counter, who would you like to see as the ADC, from Exile? Unless Kindred goes ADC. I have seen that recently, but more than likely it's going to be jungle.
I mean, well, it looks like they're kind of wanting some ADC that will want to scale, or even they could pick like a Caitlyn, but like something to answer the Tristana because that was already picked. Unless that is going mid, they have no idea. So it's kind of hard to say. If they pick like a Kaisa goes good with Nautilus, as always, and yeah, it could be something that scales. Maybe even Jinx could go well with Nautilus here. We'll just have to see. They did pick the
Uh,
Leona, so we know for sure that Karma is not going support.
oh, okay. So yeah, throwing a little bit of a switcheroo in there. I like how they're playing these mind games now with draft. They're picking these definite flex picks. And I mean, technically, I guess in this level of League of Legends, like season, what are we in, 11 now?
Yeah,
10? I don't even know
11.
anymore. 11,
Yeah,
it's like you can see anybody anywhere. We have AP Twitches now. We used to have an AP Master E. Do you remember that? Like that
yeah,
was
I
insane. And now
remember.
they completely got rid of that, gutted it.
Wow,
Um,
Kiana.
ooh,
Okay, that's
is
definitely
that
interesting.
Echo Jungle, Kiana mid, or Kiana Jungle?
That is gonna
Kled
be
top.
Kindred ADC. Wow, you're right.
Okay.
You called it.
Okay, I mean, I have seen it's actually stupidly strong. I've never played her personally, but I played up against it like a couple of days ago. Yeah, I was having a bad time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was like, oh my god, I didn't realize how much damage she did with her hop. She has the 3rd hit, kind of like with Vayne and Kaisa. She has that on hit effect as well. Oh, and the Gwen being picked.
Gwen.
I think this is the first time we've seen Gwen in the league being played.
Yeah, it
Cool. I
makes
mean, definitely tell
sense.
me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah. I think you're definitely right. It makes sense because they don't have a lot of AP damage on their team. And
mm-hmm.
this will mean that it's double AP laners, and then you have AD elsewhere. So, yeah, this is 2 interesting drafts here. I
Very
like to
interesting.
see the Kiana. We don't get to see a lot of Kiana. So yeah, definitely. Um,
I'm gonna go ahead and
Interesting.
pull up the prediction for you all. Who do you think? I mean, just looking at the comp. So based off of your analyst, brain that you have and everything that you've seen here, how are you feeling about both of these teams? I like counter target spell or counter target spells comp for later in game. They have a more well-rounded. The Tristana Karma's a really. I'm sorry, the Tristana Leona is a really really strong bot lane. Gwen has that really nice 1v1. Yeah, Kled is a little bit different because he has what is it, Skarl,
Yeah.
along with him. But the Xin Zhao ganks comparative to I'm assuming it's Kiana. Is it Kiana or Echo? Do you think is jungle? Maybe Echo.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Echo. I hardly ever see Kiana jungles. She doesn't have a really good clear, and it's not healthy. She doesn't have any way to kind of interact with the jungle monsters. And
Okay.
Echo just, fits. I think it fits better with Echo being lead jungle here.
Okay. No, I would definitely agree. I mean, you never know. They throw us for loops all the time. So we could see a Kiana jungle in there. I've seen it before, but I don't know anything about clears. I don't know anything about all that, and you are way more knowledgeable. So I trust you 1,000,000% that it's probably not Kiana jungle. It's probably Kiana mid.
Yeah.
I learned something about her, that her ultimate works inside the river and in the bush as well. That's kind of crazy because when you think about mid, there's not really a whole lot of terrain except for those little corners, and you have to really be close in order for them to hit it. Do you not?
Um, if you're talking about like for like the ultimate itself, like just hitting it, I mean that's why you kind of with Kiana, as I've learned, you kind of have to lean to a side because you want the enemy to approach you and you to be able to get your ultimate off on them. And if you can't do that, then if they're just in the middle of the lane, you can't ult them because you'll more than likely miss it. So very interesting. Kiana is a very I feel like Kiana is a very hard champion to play. So excited to
Agreed.
see if Iroh can pull this off. I actually do remember him playing this one time, and we were thrown off in the split. And he did really well on it. I don't know if they won or lost the game, but he's pretty proficient, at least more than me, at Kiana. So I will say.
And definitely more than I as well. And she's an AD champ, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So they only have Echo for AP damage coming in from Exiles, and they really only have Gwen. I mean, they have Karma as well, as kind of like that backup, coming in from counter target spell. So it is interesting, but the damage output, I think, from counter target is way grander than from Exiles. But Exile has that hard CC. Yeah, they have a Leona, but they have a Nautilus, they have a Kled, they have an Echo that has that giant AoE stun. Like, there's a lot that they possess as a unit that's going to be very difficult for the Zinzao to engage, the Leona to engage, the Gwen to engage. They have a lot of hard engage champs, not really a good front line for Tristana.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I believe in. I think the Karma mid is a really nice pick here. But I think that's going to be the most interesting matchup because Kiana wants to try to get pressure and get kills early on and just be that assassin, right? So it's always nice
Absolutely.
to see these matchups because like the assassin mids are always going to be wanting skirmishes in the jungle, like at least helping Nighthawk on Echo, who is also another good skirmisher, and you want to be helping him as much as possible here. So I'm excited to see that matchup. We know that Jack in the jungle he's very proficient. I feel according to the last split, but yeah, and I feel like both of these teams are really good because we have clear definitions of what they want to do. Counter target spell wants to pretty much engage and do a lot of damage and get healing from Karma. Meanwhile, Exiles, on the other hand, with the Kindred pick and with the Echo pick, they want to survive this engage, and maybe even try to disengage with certain tools like the Kindred ult. The Kiana ult could also be used to disengage and do a lot of damage. Echo, we know his ultimate rewinds him. So, and then they have the Kled, which is kind of the weird pick in that, but. I haven't seen Young Shax on Kled before, so this will be the first time for that.
Young Shax. It's such a good name.
At least I don't think I've seen Young Shax on Kled. But yeah, excited to see how these matchups go.
Definitely haven't even seen a lot of Kled play in general. Just as a champion within the regular series, or within the spring split, within even just regular gameplay, I haven't seen a whole lot of Kled recently. And probably at least like a month. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been a lot of Shens, Viegos, Urgots, Mordekaiser, Set. Those very traditional hard bruiser type. Kled is a bruiser as well, but he's once again, more underrated in my opinion. When it comes to the dueling, his Scarl always appears at the perfect time. Literally at the worst moment. It's like Set's shield, but just infinitely more infuriating. Because it becomes untargetable.
And I honestly don't really know how the Kled Gwen matchup goes because I first of all I haven't seen it, and second of all, like nobody really plays Kled a lot, like you're saying. So it's kind of hard to see how that matchup might go. I feel like it might be in Gwen's favor on paper, but we'll have to see how proficient Young Shax is at Kled to kind of make that determination. Who's gonna get pushed first? Who's gonna be able to roam first? Who's gonna 1v1 better, because they're both kind of 1v1 champions in a sense. Kled being the more, I'd say, the more early game bruiser kind of duelist, and Gwen is the more scaling, just split push 1v1 master there. So yeah, kind of excited for that matchup as well. But yeah, this is gonna be a match.
It is going to be a match, and of course, we always like to encourage Game 3. Don't throw, of course, to appease us as casters, but, we like to see everyone try their hardest, and generally, I mean, yesterday's matchup went all the way to a Game 3, and that was a banger. I definitely liked that one. That was a really good matchup all the way around. I mean, Redemption versus Smiley Face, that's going to be a good moving forward. Can't wait to see that again type matchup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. We'll see if we get it tonight, actually, because I mean, according to this is a really strong first match, because they have such weird teams that we don't really see often, like Kindred ADC. I don't think has Kindred even been played in the spring split or summer split so far. I don't think so, right? As ADC.
Spring split, no. As ADC, definitely not. We've had ADC Karma, but we have not had an ADC Kindred before. No. Definitely not. And she went with the exhaust. She opted in with the exhaust ignite combo, while Leona and Tristana have the heal ignite combo. Okay. Karma also coming in with the exhaust, while Kiana's going straight in with the ignite, and then teleport on both top laners as well. So we're only going to see one teleport. It's going to be just in the top lane. And Gwen forfeiting the flash. Is that normal? Do you normally do that with Gwen? Like hard engage?
I mean, she does have a dash it's kind of more for not 1v1ing, right? I was talking about, like, well, in a sense, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, sure, you don't have flash, you do have a dash. That means you have to be more careful on how you push the lane, make sure you have vision. There's so many factors that go into not taking flash that it really depends. Like, I've seen Akali's not take flash, and that's only because they have so much escapability. Is that a word? Escapability?
Right. No, yeah, just like we'll have a repeat of yesterday. I don't remember what it was, but it was funny as hell.
Okay, but yeah, that's this is gonna be interesting, because Cadian wants to kind of just be able to sustain the lane, make sure he's farming well. And then he'll be able to use the TP and the Ignite in case a 1v1 does come up to take out Young Shax, because I think he's expecting Young Shax to do a lot of damage early on.
Yeah, and Haya's saying that they played ADC Kindred last match. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember. If you mean yesterday, I was not born yesterday, so I definitely do not remember saying that. But if they mean like Exiles played it as a team last time, and it looks like Gwen's going to get caught out by a Nautilus hook there. Jared Boy's going to get the second stun off, and yes, first blood on over to the Kiana. That's not good. Arrow's picking up that first one. No sums wasted except for an Ignite, which is just 180-second cooldown, so it'll be up in no time. Great pick. Unfortunate for Acadian there. See, no flash. That'll do it to you.
Well, actually, that was kind of a misplay by Acadian. I think he kind of walked the wrong direction. I feel like if he had gone to that tri-bush like right away, he would have been able to spot them out and maybe take his E to just dash away. So unfortunate indeed, but it is only first blood. We've seen games that have gone haywire with or without first blood. So
agreed, definitely agreed. And I didn't get the timing of that first blood either. Darn it. That's okay. But yeah, we're gonna have a nice now it's gonna be nice and easy start from the rest of the people there after demonstrating the 5-man gank in top side. Every single person got an assist on that. Every single one of them.
This actually happened
so that's always really good.
If I remember correctly, where
it did.
Somebody got picked off, and yeah, that was first blood over. Easy as it comes.
You know what's funny? It was actually against Reyna yesterday, and Reyna's team won. So, it started off a little bit iffy, and we have a nice duel going in inside the top side there. Shax is on the run for his life. Gwen is going to go ahead and just keep on poking him down. That Conqueror stack is unreal, and he's going to be already forced to flash and base this early. This is a really strong lead coming in for Gwen. Yes, she may have been killed first, and a nice engage though coming in. Flash forward from Mercurial onto Diagon, but he's not going to pick up anything. Raincloud's going to take the brunt there, and then back off. Acadian now is definitely not worried, but has one level ahead, doing some serious work on the Skarl there. We have Sums bursted into the bot lane, only from Team Exiles though, and Acadian is doing some work topside. So get first blood, I'll show you. I'm still a badass.
Yeah, forcing the flash this early, getting a kind of a CS lead, is definitely advantageous. Nighthawk taking a turret shot there. I feel like that was a little bit of a cheating on the turret's side there. It seemed like he was not in range. But hey,
a nice engage though from Arrow onto Apricot. He's going to go ahead and get the root off, bursting the exhaust as well. Good poke and return damage coming in from Apricot onto Arrow. He's going to dash out of there. I like the trade back and forth. He took a little bit, but he gave it right on back, plus some. He got to heal up a little bit as well. So that's always a good thing. We got to be careful for later games from both players because Kiana's just going to get more and more damagey from here.
Yeah.
Here we go. We have another skirmish happening into the jungle now, and we have a great engage from Echo for the support, and Kiana's going to go ahead and pick up a second kill. Very close by Jack. Almost picks up the kill onto Nighthawk there, but that stun came in just the right time. That was great.
It was a good Echo stun. I mean, I hate seeing it, but hey, a good Echo player knows how to make the stun on time, or at the right time, I should say.
Absolutely. And now giving up blue and red buff to the Kiana, that's just going to put Karma even worse into a situation than she already was in. That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. We'll see if Karma can actually outlast the heavy amounts of damage that is going to come after Kiana gets serrated Dirk. Definitely a very good early buy here. Oh, we have an engage.
Here we go. He's got Raincloud engaging onto Mercurial now. JR is going to try to step up, misses the hook unfortunately, so he's going to go ahead and give up his life to make sure that his ADC can survive. But can they survive? Down goes JR. Mercurial is there, but no, Diagon's going to get another jump off and the double kill on over to Diagon. Great engage from Diagon and from Jack as well to follow up on that gank on the bot lane.
Yeah, that was really good, and you can see the gold charts here. Tristana is actually quite ahead of the Kindred now after those two kills, like almost 1,000 gold up. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's so rough. That is the last person you need to have fed on their team.
So yeah, very good, solid start for both sides, I'd say. The Kiana getting 2 kills, the Tristana getting 2 kills. We'll see. It's kind of the battle of who's gonna get the most map pressure and teammate assistance from both of them.
Yeah, I mean, would you rather have a fed Kiana or fed Tristana?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I mean, they're both good champions to have a solid early lead on. I'd rather have a fed Tristana.
Yeah, the disengage is just there. She has kiting capabilities. Kiana has great burst, but that's only on one target. You have the constant damage coming in from the Tristana. And Apricot's doing really well with dodging these abilities and then also getting the roots off. I know it's just a point and click, but being able to stay in range while avoiding all that damage at the same time is kind of a difficult to do. And Acadian's getting really poked down hard by the I almost called him the Skarl by the Kled. That trap is kind of unreal. Is he maxing that out first? Let me take a look at his abilities. What is he maxing out? Yeah, he is maxing out the Q, and he is landing every single one of them. As I say that, he misses.
He misses. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, Exiles is gonna pick up this first dragon of the game. An Infernal Drake next. This might mean that it might be an Ocean or Mountain Soul.
Absolutely, and Xin Zhao going and just clearing out some vision out of the pit there, where Rift is going to be coming up in the next minute. So he's trying to get prepared for that. Yeah, giving up that first Cloud Drake, I mean, absolutely no vision around anything. I like the vision ward that was dropped there, and then the second vision ward dropped by Nautilus into the bush just to guarantee the vision all the way around bot lane. Very, very effective, and I think Echo is going to utilize that information, hopefully, and we'll see a good gank coming in to bot side there. Uh-oh, but it looks like the Diagon has some other plans. They get a nice little poking damage out onto Nighthawk. Going to be forced to back off. Plans averted. Teleport being used by Acadian and top side. How are you doing up there, Acadian? Oh, one down by 10 DS. Okay, not bad at all.
Yeah, not the
Just
worst.
keeps on getting hit by those damn traps.
I do wonder, from that assist that Kindred got, did Kindred get a stack, or was it not the right target? I wonder.
Ooh, let's find out. Let us see. She currently has 0 hunts completed so far, so
Okay.
no. Has nothing as of yet.
Unfortunate, but it would be nice. You know, you can't get stacks on any side of the map because you are playing a role that requires you to CS and be in bot lane. But we'll see if that changes later on once the team fights start rolling in.
Oh, here we go. We have a good gank coming in from Nighthawk onto Acadian. Now he had absolutely no vision what to go Warden, but he's going to do some serious damage of his own. The stun's going to come through just in time. Acadian's going to get him really low, but Nighthawk and Young Shax are going to go ahead and pick up that kill going on over to Young Shax. Very nice. 0-0 and 3, that's exactly what you want to be as jungler. I mean, it depends on what kind of jungler, you know?
Echo could use
Like-
some kills, I think. But hey, I mean, so can Kled. So can Kled.
Yeah. I think his laners need to be keeping these kills. Kiana and Kled, especially against a Gwen, he definitely needs to be as ahead as possible because Gwen can literally just run away with this at any point in time. If she just gets 1 or 2 items, it's done.
Yeah, she is definitely a very prevalent lane bully and laner in the top lane. So I feel like the more they get Gwen behind, the better. But at the same time, I mean, look how far behind Echo is in the CS department. You know, according to Zinzao.
Oh, great ulti coming in from Raincloud and the engage coming in from Diagon. Not also going to use the ulti as well. The bomb's going to go off. Do they get the kill? No, they don't. Zinzao there just to follow up a moment too late. Kindred does pop the ulti, get a little bit of health back, but they have to definitely wait. Strong engage from Rain and Diagon. Like, that's a very, very strong bot lane, and that's another reason why Kindred is kind of like, oh, that's interesting. You pick Kindred because her passive, like you said, you can't go anywhere. You have to stay in lane and farm. So that's one part of your kit that you're not able to capitalize on. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
And we do have Nighthawk chasing down Acadian here in the top side. Kled, or Young Shax, is there to follow up, just to push her out, so we can maybe see a safe Rift Scuttle here for Team Exile. And yeah, Echo is going to go ahead and start that, and Gwen is going to go ahead and follow up just to guarantee that they can get it. And yeah, very nice. And the deep ward coming in also on the top side from Team Counter Spell Target, sorry.
Counter target spell. You had it.
Oh, it is Counter Target Spell. Okay, I keep on, that sounds backwards to me. I don't know why. Counter Target Spell.
It's just a
it's a Yu-Gi-Oh
Magic the
thing,
Gathering
right?
term.
Oh,
It's,
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. So definitely interesting wordplay, but nonetheless a good team name in my opinion because I do play the game.
We've just had nothing but awesome team names coming in from all teams in Gold League this season. I love it. Just a smiley face. We have Exiles. Like, it adds a great dynamic to like the kind of players that these teams are. It's so funny. I mean, yeah, we just have some funny team names. We have some great team names. I still haven't had a team name yet, like for our team. Still have no idea what it is.
Oh,
Not
okay.
a clue. Yours is Bonk. I love it.
Yep. You gotta love meme names, to be honest. So, yeah.
It's so good.
But yeah, some bonking going on. Kiana does have a Prowler's Claw, so that's a huge power spike for Kiana. Oh, but an engage from
Yeah, very nice. Getting those Conqueror stacks off as quickly as possible. Oh, Tristana using her ulti to force them to back off. They had a really nice engage, it looked like, on the bot lane there, but that ultimate is just going to go ahead and make them forced to reset. Echo tried to do it. 0-0 and 3, can't complain about that, but...
Yeah, they're looking for Dragon right now. Dragon is the place to be, it seems.
No teleport coming in from the Gwen, but there is a teleport available for Young Shax. So that is something that they have to keep in mind.
And you see they're just waiting patiently in that bush, waiting for an opportunity to get some sort of pick onto them, but looks like they're just going to give it up, say, hey, it's not worth it. Young Shax might have TP, so respectable play.
Yeah, this is another free dragon on over for Team Exiles. Like this, like seriously, uncontested, back to back. The third one you have to try a little bit. It's an Ocean Soul from this point forward. That's a lot of sustain. That's a lot of healing. That you don't need to just be giving on over for free. Yeah. So you know they need the Gwen to be available for this next dragon fight. Absolutely, try to hold on to that teleport unless you necessarily have to get back to lane for any reason, or you see an important gank or something along those lines. But exactly. I would definitely try to hold on to it until the next dragon minimum.
For sure. I mean, she is struggling in lane, almost 20 CS behind at this point. It's looking grim, but, I mean, Gwen does scale really hard, so once she gets that first item, looking like a Rift Maker, she'll be better off.
Yep, the sustain coming in from the Omni Vamp, you know, she's just one of those freaks. Like, it's just like, I don't know where all this healing's coming from, and it's just like 85% Omni Vamp or something crazy.
Yep. And Jack was just spotted up in the top lane on the side of counter target spell, so Nighthawk's going to spawn.
JR's going to go ahead and do a hard engage onto the bot lane there. We have a nice engage from Nighthawk, and the damage almost coming through. Is the exact going to be enough? No, it's not. The healing's going to come through. Oh, the knife from JR at the very last tick. I did not think he had it in him, but JR's going to go ahead and pick up that kill. Very nice. Much needed onto the bot lane. Give them a little bit of breathing room. Nice engage, though, coming in from Karma and from Acadian to the top side. Arrow is forced to flee. Wow, super low. I think he may have taken a few tower hits there, but with direct to camera, we couldn't exactly see everything.
Yeah, direct, it was going back and forth from top and mid, so. But yeah, they pushed at, they actually pushed on their enemies at the same exact time, which is pretty good. Looks like
and, ooh, yep, Glenn, right back into the mid lane we go. Kiana's gonna go in and get a nice re-engage, though. I don't know what the stun was from. Did the root go off that quick? That was kind of unreal. She was rooted for just a second, almost getting down to the tower. Both are going to definitely back up at this point. Kiana, that's some unreal amount of damage. She is level 10 to Karma's level 9, so that has slightly to do with it. Niox's going to go ahead and engage onto Diagon here. Let's see if he can go ahead and pick up the kill. The stun is not going to go ahead and go off. Is going to hop out of there, but the kill is going to go on over. No, it is not! Oh my god, Diagon, you monster! Is he going to take tower aggro? No, he's not. Safe and sound over the wall. And wow! Wow, what a move. I did not think he was going to outlive that, but that bomb just in time, and the RNG gods for certain on his side. That Gale Force coming in handy with the execute as well. Woo! What a move by Diagon.
Yeah, he is definitely ahead. Now that he has Gale Force, it's crazy because you'd expect the Echo to actually just one-shot the Tristana, but no. Diagon does damage at this point in the game.
Not yet, anyways. I mean, he was definitely close.
He was
for
close.
Certain,
oh, yeah.
Very close. I don't know if he had ulti available or if it was still on cooldown. He does have it up now. So maybe he just thought, oh, I don't need to pop it at this time. And then all of a sudden, oh, I got a random crit there at the end and you're dead.
Yeah,
so
yep.
I think it might have just been unfortunate just RNG right there for the crit roll itself. But that's okay. He is definitely not that far behind. 0-1-4. Tristana's now 3-1-0. She has all the kills for team counter target spell. Yes, that is correct. And a little bit more diversity on over for Team Exiles. 2 in the mid lane, 1 in top side, and 1 on Nautilus, you know, picking it up with the Ignite earlier. So spreading the kills we've seen is a lot better overall for the team. Rather than just having one person who gets super fed, because right as you kill that one person, the rest of the team, completely ineffective. So they have the lockdown, like they have the Nautilus, they have the Kiana, they have the Echo with the hard engage. Kled can just ulti in onto the back line as well, so they can take Tristana kind of easily. And they don't have much of a front line, unfortunately. Leona, if she does ease in, like, that's it. Tristana's just by herself. Uh-oh, we have a good engage though coming in. Flash forward coming in from Mercurial to get out of the stun, but it's not going to be enough. Mercurial has the bomb on him. Is it going to be enough? Pops the ulti just to save his life for the time being. JR's going to get ulted into the Kindred ulti, but it's not going to be amounting to anything. Kiana is just sitting in lane. Is she going to come down at least help the bro out? No, Diagon's going to run him down. Can The W come back in time. The pings are real. He's going to go ahead and do a nice turn, even because of his life. And Arrow's going to pick up the kill. Lots of damage.
Oh!
Just going to pick it up. And Nighthawk with the Kiana ulti on top of it. I mean, I could hear JR from here. Just like, help me! Help! Turn around! I'm on the way!
Yeah, he did ping there. Assist me! Assist me! Please! I definitely want to know how that interaction goes at the end of this
Oh,
series.
I would pay money to get the comms on that one. The exclamation points. Come on, please! That was a lot of damage too coming in. The Prowler's Claws we just saw there. Wow, that was unreal. For the next 3 seconds, you deal 15% increased damage to the target. Okay, whatever, dude. That's just too much.
Yeah, that means it's gonna be third dragon for them after winning that fight. They're getting close to Soul. Yeah, I think if they get Soul, it's very, very much a huge mountain to climb for counter target spell to come back. But Acadian trying to.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and pop the Ignite, get Skull out of there. Acadian, there's not even a Bramble on him. He's just that tanky, passively through 1 cloth armor.
Yeah, and a Gordrinker for sure.
Magic resist, like I don't get it.
I mean, a good Kled knows how to manage his Scarl, shielding and whatnot. So, okay.
What was that? I'm kind of sworn that hook went straight through when the double ulti coming in. Apricot still surviving though. Those shields coming in handy, just barely though.
That's so close.
Yeah, that was kind of nasty. I don't like that double knockup. I would hate to be against that.
Yeah, Apricot is struggling to keep up in CS, but Karma doesn't really need it too much. As you can see, she does a lot of damage. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Nighthawk coming in with the clutch engage just to pick up that kill. He's gonna make his way down over to the Rift Scuttle though. They're not gonna be able to make it out of here. I don't think Jack Spectrum is there. Oh, Leona ulti coming in huge, but Gwen, can you do anything? Kled as well? No. Okay, all the untargetableness, that is such a broken move. Acadian, if it wasn't for that, that would have been another pick right there, my friend. Great job. Great look coming in from JR. That's one of the most stupid abilities I've ever seen. Untargetable or unclickable, or whatever it is, you just can't be hit. You can still get hit with dots though, right? Like Leandri's Ignite if it goes off. Or did you say that was something that also mitigates the damage?
No, I think the Ignites still work. Honestly, if you're in the circle, stuff still works. Like any ability or auto attack will work if you're inside the circle with her. Kind of, attuning to the more 1v1, like right here, the 1v1 kind of damage is still there. But she does get some, I believe she gets some resistances while in it, if I'm not mistaken, or some beneficial effect on her. So definitely a good ability to 1v1 with, and then get away from the team fights that they want to, kind of engage on her.
And I like the fact that Young Shax is playing really safe. He's been doing a really good job poking with those Qs. I mean, he's landed, at least from what we've seen, like 7 out of 10 of them every single time that we're up here. So, Acadian's having a really tough time against that. It keeps pulling him in close. That untargetable thing is just getting popped up a little bit too late after it's already been landed, so there's not really a whole point to doing it. We do see a lot of mythics already being bought from both sides. Every single person has their mythic actually now. It's been finalized with the Gwen back. So we are now moving on to tier 2 items for everybody. And speaking of Kiana already has both the Prowler's Claw and the Serpent's Fang. I believe that is what it is. Yes it is.
For sure. Chat says, wait, it's not Acadian, it's Aki Aiden? I don't know. I don't know how to say that, Dark Lord. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, Aki Aiden? Aki Aiden?
I don't know. I guess.
Akai Aiden?
I don't know. It just sounds interesting. But, yeah, everybody's partying top lane right now.
You think they're trying to get maybe like a 21-minute Baron?
No, they're just trying to push top
just push out
ahead. Yeah. But they were
try to get
spotted
some
out
kind of action
on a ward, so nothing's gonna really happen unless they step too close. But
Oh,
mid
we have
lane,
a nice three-man gank happening into the mid lane here. Poor Diagon has no idea what's going on, and it is going to be taken down right now. Leon's going to do it. Nice flank from the side, lands a nice ulti onto the back line. Then Mercurial Marzo is going to do as much damage as he can onto Akiade in there, and he is going to get low, but he's inside that Kindred ulti. Does get to heal himself, and down he goes. His own ulti, his own demise. With that, they're going to push out the mid lane, though. Exiles are going to go ahead and trade 2 for just 1. Diagon's is going to fall, and they are going to keep on pushing, though. They're giving up a lot just to get those 2 kills onto Exiles. Oh my god, yeah, this is going to be an open inhib. No, they're not going to pick it up all the way, but that is a lot of... Oh, they do pick it up! Wow, unreal. They didn't make it back in time. Raincloud might try to run them down. I don't know, you're kind of in there by yourself, hard in the paint. Oh, but Jack Smith is coming in from the flank, going behind. Really nice pick off onto the onto the Echo. No, Nighthawk is still barely getting away, and oh my god, there goes Arrow. Tried to pick up the kill, but Jack Spectrum's gonna be the next target. Is he gonna go down? Yes, he is. Nighthawk is gonna go ahead and pick up that kill, and the shutdown goes on over to Tristana, and another kill. Oh my god, Kled, you monster. What is that?
yeah,
What is that?
that is a lot of damage. That is now probably going to be Dragon for the side of counter target spell if they can get it cleanly before Kled and Nighthawk on Echo does get back. Looks like it will be taken, but a TP is coming in.
Yeah, we'll see here. I mean, Tristana is definitely the more fed one, and she is keeping it intact for their people. Rain Cloud, though, going ahead is going to get bursted down, and it looks like Red Team is going to pick up their very first Dragon. Very nice. Apricot's getting super low, though. Kindra's going to go ahead and focus their attention onto Akiaden. Are they able to get away? The nice slow comes through. Another Kled ulti. Wow, that was such a short cooldown. Akiaden's going to go ahead and be the target. Is he going to make it? No, he is not. Mercurial is going to go ahead and pick up that kill. Very nice. They did manage to pick up the Dragon. Not terrible. And, you know, Mercurial getting his first kill of the game is still also not a bad thing. Tristana able to make it out. A lot of their other very important members were able to make it out as well. So, overall, I think that was a huge victory for Team Target. Whew.
Yeah, this is an exciting game, honestly. The stakes, it feels like this is a game 3, just with all the fighting. But, you know, honestly... I feel like there's not as much kills as it seems to be happening here, but I am interrupted.
There definitely is not. Jack Spectrum is going to go ahead and try to get some kind of vision, but Arrow's going to go ahead 100 to 0 him real quick. Absolutely no threat, and this is going to be the freest Baron that we will see today.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Jack, who was just trying to see if he could steal it, but that was not an option. Arrow said, no, sir.
That's where Blue Trinket's going to come in handy.
True, very true.
Yeah, against this kind of team, you definitely don't want to be face checking. I mean, I know sweepers is really important, but that needs to be dedicated to like the support, mid lane, and top lane. Jungle and ADC, I think, need to get the blue trinkets here so that way they have some kind of far side vision and they can get out effectively. Like these two are like the damage on their team, Xin Zhao and Tristana. Without them, they're not going to be winning any of these fights.
Yep, and yeah, that Serpent's Fang is really coming in handy for the Karma shields, I feel, and Karma is kind of getting just shut down totally here. No kills, only 1 assist.
Oh, we have Apricot looking to try to get a pick off, but it looks like he's going to be one that does get picked off. He's going to get 100 to 0 real quick by Arrow. He said, what are you doing in this jungle? That was a very delayed reaction. I don't even know. The rest of the team target wasn't even there for backup, so I think Apricot might have just been maybe like looking somewhere else. I'm not sure. Leona ulti to try to slow them down, delay them a little bit, I guess, from getting this tower, but with the empowered minions and this Baron buff, it's going to be very difficult to do so. Super's pushing down mid lane. They're going to go ahead and take a nice inhib in the top side as well, and they might be finishing out game number 1 just 100% right now.
Yeah, that might be the case, but they are not going out without a bang.
No, they are not. Akiaden's trying to do what he can, but he's going to get burst out underneath tower. There we go. Arrow's going to go ahead and take down Cloud. Mercurial, is actually going to get a double kill on Rain and on Akiaden there. Or is it Akai? Akai-Aden? Akai. I feel like that sounds more correct. Akai? Can you guys spell it like
Aiden.
Phonetically for us?
Maybe we could just call him Aiden, because that's his last part phonetically of that name, right?
I'll do Aiden. It's better than calling him Ack. It's like, I'd rather call him Aiden than Heck all day.
Aiden. I like that. Yeah, that's an actual name, so like it makes sense.
Aiden works, okay. So that's what he will be from this point forward. So when we refer to this player, it's going to be Aiden.
Yeah.
Baron's not going to be out much longer, but I think they did a really good job utilizing it. They have 2 inhibs down. Dragon's going to be up in the next minute and a half, so they set themselves up perfectly by taking the top 2 inhibs, the furthest away from the objective. That's very well played by Team Exiles.
Yeah, look
so
at the
far.
gold difference. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Apricot is so far behind, it's almost impossible for her to do anything. Only 1 assist, like I was saying earlier. It's just incredible how much Iroh has put so much pressure on Karma ever since the start of the game. It has really paid off, and they are now going to take jungle camps, just starve them of any gold income they could possibly get. And Mercurial wants blood.
Oh, yes, he does. Going after Jack. This is personal. Even though I'm not a jungler, this is still my jungle. Get out of here. And we have the counter coming in from Aki, though he's going to go into a 1v3. I don't know if that's a fight that you are wanting to join right now. No, it is not. They're going to go ahead and safely back up from there and go ahead and get that dragon. That'll be up in the next 27 seconds.
Yep, it is coming up soon, and they do want this soul to finish out the game. Let's see if, counter target spell can put on some sort of defense here or get some sort of pick, but it doesn't look like it.
Okay, Rain's going to go ahead and use the blasting cone and flash right back over the wall from whence she came. Oh, no, you were messing with fire, my friend. You already used your escape. Do not want to hop back in unless the rest of your team is there. And there we go. The Ocean Drake is going to go ahead and begin. And just as easy as it came is as easy as it will go. And that is going to be Ocean Soul on over to Team Exiles as they turn their attention back to top and mid. The open inhibitor is probably going to be the next target on their list right now. Young Shaq is going to engage onto Rain, though. They're not wasting a moment. They're going to start this fight immediately. Diagon's trying to get a lot of damage in. Force to back up from there, and nicely on an ulti, but it is not going to be enough. Nighthawk is going to go ahead and fall. Mercurial's going to pick up a kill onto Xin Zhao. That's going to be 1-for-1 right now. But I still think this is going to be in Exile's favor. So, yeah, Spectrum for Nighthawk. No junglers, 4v4. Who will win? I'm going to go with the incredibly fed Kiana.
Yeah. 6-1-4, definitely a show for sure if you didn't believe in a Kiana player like this one. But yeah, the turret's really low. I think the turret's going to be taken easily here.
Yep, JR is going to go ahead and start the engage. Just, a little bit of bantering fun here. Young Shaxo taking a lot of damage. Nice hook onto the Tristana. It's not going to be quick enough, and down she goes. Kiana ulti's going to go ahead and restrain the rest of the team, and this looks like the end for Team Target Counterspell, or Counterspell Target, sorry.
Counter Target Spell.
No, it was right. I'm going to keep on calling him Target. And yes, that is going to be the end. Team Exile is going to go ahead and pick up that first win of this best of 3 series. Very nice. And yeah, that was really smooth from beginning to end. They got first blood. Kiana was able to go ahead and get out of there with the longsword right out the gate, make Karma's life a living hell just from the very beginning. Like, there wasn't a whole lot that Apricot could really do into that, level 1. And she has an extra longsword, more damage. Like, that's just a little bit harsh. And taking a look at the damage charts here, to no surprise. Oh, actually, to my surprise, holy crap, Kled. Almost coming in first place. And Gwen, even though she didn't have nearly the same amount of kills, almost coming in with a lot of damage as well. That is kind of insane. Oh, my fault. I'll get out of there. You go ahead and enter into the lobby, my good sir.
You're good.
And yes, that was quite a game number 1. That's going to be difficult to follow up in game number 2. Definitely, Exile wants to carry that momentum into game number 2 here. And there has to be a huge, huge reset coming in just from draft for Team Target. And Target Counterspell.
Counter Target Spell. So
Counter Target Spell.
Counter Target. So you want to counter, counter the target spell.
You want to counter the target spell. We're countering the target spell. It's your target spell, and I'm countering it.
Yes, there you go. See, that's the kind of Magic the Gathering we need in you.
All right. So countering of the spelling of the targets.
No. Counter target a spell. You had it, and then you lost it.
Target spell.
Counter
It's
target
gonna
spell.
confuse me for all time. They just have to do
if
a
it
reset.
helps, if it helps, CTS is the acronym. So
I'm
counter
gonna call
target
them
spell.
that. CTS. For
CTS?
some
Okay.
reason, my brain can definitely put those 3 letters together rather than
CTS.
8 syllables.
True.
CTS and Exiles. I like that. And it looks like Exiles are going to be now on red side, and CTS is not going to be on blue side. What side do you like to be on, like preference-wise, when you're playing?
I honestly like to have Prio pick because I play like Rumble,
Okay.
and they always ban
Understandable.
Rumble, so it's like, what am I gonna do, you know? But that's okay.
No, I personally like blue side as well. Just, I don't know. It's just easier going up than it is going down. For me, I don't know. It's very odd.
Looks like they haven't started yet, but yeah, they always ban my Victor. They always ban my Rumble. So it's like all these Prio picks, I would like to just play them.
It's like,
Honestly.
please give me the champions that I want to play.
Yeah, but it's always nice to have counterpick on red side, especially if you're in a team environment. But yeah, it's either one's fine for me. What side do you like playing better?
I like blue, but for invading, I like doing red side because they always seem to get way too comfortable when you start off on blue. They'll just run up to that little tri-bush and they'll just wait right there, and it's like, ha, gotcha, bitch. And then you just like, and then you just pull them from out of the blue, either a Blitzcrank or you have a Braum. That's just why I love me a Braum so much. That level 1 invade, you were just hitting stacks on stacks on stacks on everybody, and no one's making it out of there.
True.
Zero. Nada.
Very true. Yeah, it's either getting the kill or you're forcing a flash. Either one is good to go. So
I'll take it. An early flash, that just means we're going to steal their red, and then you're going to come back into lane, and since they already used flash, we're going to get the guaranteed kill right there. Boom. Problem solved.
True, and they have a started draft. So yeah, definitely some changes probably going to be made on counter target spell. They definitely want to change up the game plan. Maybe have Apricot on something that's a little bit more safe in lane, or can bully out any assassin that Iroh tries to pull out. But we'll just have to see. Maybe they'll ban out some of his top picks here. They do still lose a ban, so that there goes the Mundo, which it doesn't count.
Yep.
So yeah, they're gonna have to figure out how to manage that one loss of a ban there, even on the kind of the comeback train here. Maybe that will come for them, but we'll just have to see. Ezreal being banned once again.
Automatically, that's Diagon's comfort ADC pick. Like, if they can get rid of that, like, that is definitely his strongest ADC by far. And with how strong he currently is, with the Sunderer and everything along those lines, like, yeah, that needs to be targeted. It's respect, solely business, nothing personal, but you're too good at this champion and we need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of like a moot point because we kind of already know. At least I know who I would give MVP to. Who would be your MVP for last game?
Yeah, it was definitely gonna have to be Iroh, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say that. Yeah, Arrow is definitely, that Kiana was unreal, just going up, like, showing no mercy against the mid lane. Morgana ban also coming through with the Nocturne as well. So a lot of the same bans that we saw from the first game. All the way across the board, maybe. Any new bans that you would possibly recommend? Kiana, maybe. Like. There was a lot of problem children on their side. Kled, Kiana. I know they're kind of typically picked.
They did just get out the Echo, actually, which I think that was what I was probably going to say, because the Echo just provides so much skirmishing that they were kind of attuned to in that game. They had the Kiana mid, so it was definitely, they win the 2v2s, and if you could take out at least one of those, might have an easier time trying to do skirmishes as well, especially if you're trying to play Xin Zhao, who needs a laner that can actually 2v2 with him if you want to opt for that. So definitely a respectable ban there.
100%. So we'll see who we start off with. Now, typically in a player standpoint, it's always kind of nerve-wracking to blind pick off rip. So what would be your advice to viewers out there, other teams like that? Because I respect you. You're one of the higher tiered players in the organization. So, what would be like one of the more comfortable or sought after blind picks? Like, would you recommend jungle, or in this case, like they flexed either a mid support pick here? That's, I think,
Yeah,
I would go with mid support because that can really throw their whole comp on the other side if they have to
there
counter pick or
there are
guess.
many champions that can be flexed mid, jungle, and support, and if you can get one of those, like Morgana, or who else? Mainly, some tanks like oh, I'm trying to remember now. Like let's see. Jeez, it's hard to remember all the champions off the top of your head. But just general picks that can be flexed in 3 lanes are really
Hmm.
solid blind picks, because then that the enemy team is like, oh, where is that going? Well, then you could later in the draft you could be like, okay, this is going there and this is going there. They showed what they're picking into each of the lanes, so now we have a kind of general idea of what we want to do. Um, like since I was talking about like prio pick and picking blue side, the rumble is a really good blind pick, because that could go in 3 lanes. It could go top, it could go mid, it could go jungle. Depending on, obviously it depends on if your players can play rumble efficiently or not, but if they can, then it's definitely, since he's already good in the meta, that means that it's just that much better of a flex pick, right? Because if it's good in 3 lanes, then you're assured one of those lanes will do well. So
Right. No, I good insight. I never thought about it like that. Like, yeah, picking something that can go into 3 different lanes, if they're in the meta currently, 100%. And it looks like we're gonna have another Nautilus Kindred bot lane game, and on top of that, we're throwing a Rammus in the jungle.
wow.
I like the Seraphine. I like the Zinzao coming in from CTS. We saw the Zinzao last game. It was not bad at all. It's just that Kiana very, very ungankable. Tristana is kind of difficult to gank into as well. And Kled, he has Skarl to hop off of and become untargetable. So it's difficult to really hop on any one of those kind of individuals. Zinzao hopping into a Kindred is a lot easier, but last game it was just kind of impossible for him to do anything on the bot side, I feel like. But with the Seraphine, that's going to make it a little bit easier, especially for maybe mid lane or bot lane, because I still don't even know who or what lane she's going to be going into.
Yeah, we still don't
So,
know that, but we will find out sooner than later here. It's interesting because Tryndamere was actually blinded
oh,
here as
I didn't even see
well.
that his picture didn't pop up. My fault. I was like
Oh,
waiting for and I didn't even notice. Yeah, they already went ahead and went to the ban section. My apologies. I'm like
oh,
waiting
you're
for the
good.
pic to come up. It says Tryndamere right there, with no picture. So yeah, we have a Jinx, a Leona, a Kled coming in for the final bans on Exile. Kled is going to be the second to last ban from Counter Target Spell (TS). And
Yep.
let's see who their final one is here. There we go. Tryndamere's picture finally popped up. And Poppy again. They just don't want to. They do not want to allow Poppy. That has to be a Poppy topside because Rammus has already picked the jungle.
Yeah, that's true. It must be. Uh, Possibly on their record they have Poppy played, but what's interesting is that they picked Tryndamere blindly, and that kind of allowed the enemy team to pick Rammus, and that's how you kind of win draft, is if they show what lanes they're going
Ooh.
early, you just get countered in with the Jax pick, another counter. They show too much of one thing, and then the enemy team has opportunity to counter that with these picks. So definitely I like the draft from Exile coming into this second draft.
Yeah, you're right. That is a lot of counters coming in. Definitely all on the Trendamere. Wait, what the hell?
Wait, it might be
Trendamere
Tryndamere
mid?
mid. It's very possible. It could be mid. That means that mid lane will also have the counter here, because they have not picked a mid laner on Exile. However,
What?
they did pick Garen into Jax, and I'm not really sure who wins that per se. But Garen is an interesting pick for this team environment. They have a lot of AD, and
Again.
something happened, I assume. Let's go see what the chat says.
Swain.
Swain.
That is
Okay.
a Swain pick. So
Swain.
Swain mid.
Swain ADC, Seraphine support, Tryndamere mid, and Garen top with Xin jungle. That's my assumption.
Swain was on CTS. Okay, my apologies.
Yes.
Okay, Swain on CTS.
Swain on CTS.
Okay.
And now they're about to pick into the Tryndamere, assuming, and it will be Kale. Nice roundabout. Actually, really good pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, they are mixing up the pot right now in terms of pool for champion selections. I think they're just trying to pad the stats and being like, this was played at least one time in the series with some of these picks here. Interesting. Very interesting. So I like Exiles comp way more, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I do too. They have the bot lane that just played excellent. I mean, they struggled early, but came out on top in the later stages of the game. I mean, it suits what they need. They need some sort of disengage from all the engage that they have on CTS. And yeah, the rest of the team just kind of counters what CTS wants to do, which is to go in while you have the Kale and Kindred ult to kind of save you from the all-ins. So yeah, I'm gonna also go with Exiles.
How did Seraphine get past ban phase? In this league, well, typically, okay. You see, hold on, let's back up a little bit. See what happened was, there are really good select champions that a few of these individuals play that are like, you have to respect it. Yeah, Seraphine's annoying as a champion, but these people are annoying as players on these specific champions. So like, you cannot allow the Ezreal to get through. That is just an absolute must get rid of. Nocturne, in my opinion, is definitely way more of a problem than Seraphine is. The full engage, the darkness on everybody that you can't get rid of. Yuumi with the infinite heals and zoomies. The very, very super hyper carry late game that Leona Jinx possesses in bot lane. Like, we just saw that last game. That was the combo that we had last time. It was actually Leona Tristana, but still, Leona, with all the engages, she was still a huge problem for Exiles to really close out entirely, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how Seraphine got through. And out of all of these, I would rather versus Seraphine than literally any single one of these champions at all. I would much rather versus Seraphine. You could back me up on that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very AP heavy bot lane, so like they're gonna have, it's gonna really rely on. I mean, it even could be really reliant on either the Seraphine double E route or the Swain E route. So like, if they can figure out some sort of combo to go with that, maybe the Swain E goes first. You hook someone in, and then you plop the route right on top of that. They might net a kill or two, but it's gonna be real hard because it is Kindred can dash out of these skill shots that you're throwing out, and the Nautilus can actually just engage right on top of one of them, and pre-6 that's going to be hard to deal with. So yeah, I feel like Exile has the upper hand here. Let's see if they can actually perform the same they did the first game and close this series out. Of course, we always want a game 3, so CTS, I mean, you better use that Seraphine pick wisely. Yeah, I also think that ADC Seraphine is actually really, really good. I've actually faced it in the past, and it's kind of nasty. I mean, she just has wave clear, she has healing, she can last hit with her auto passive damage, extra damage, so definitely something to worry about. But if they can figure out a way to get around that, and like I said, just not hit any of the Swain E's, they'll be fine.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. We have a few predictions. They said, new prediction, Kindred will dash into the Swain pole. And hey, I just got to say it happens sometimes, okay? The sun was in my face, at 11 p.m. and you just do it sometimes, okay? And it's been a little bit since I've gifted a sub into the channel, so I figured I'd drop one. And Soup-wise, you definitely seemed like a likable person, so I figured, hey, why not? We'll just go ahead and drop a sub. Thank you for joining. Thank you for, just supporting us with your viewership. That is much appreciated. It's a little token of our gratitude here. We'll do that from time to time. And with that as well, how much time we have before the game starts? Oh, they haven't even started.
They haven't started. They're taking a small break real quick. So.
Okay, so I'll run an ad then.
Yep, that sounds
and
excellent.
there we go. Now, for all of you wonderful folks, if you haven't already, we have a little commercial introducing this Gold League that we have, made by none other than the man himself, the casting legend Wookie here, 100%. So, if you haven't, we should drop. Can we drop a link in there? We don't have to pull it up on the actual channel itself, but I love that video so much. It is so good.
Thanks,
Like
man.
you did a fantastic job, dude. I absolutely loved it. It hypes me up every single time. I watch it sometimes while I'm working. I'm just like, damn. Like, let's take these calls.
Take these calls. Make the Baron play. Ah!
Let's go. Gotta make these phone calls. Send that email. You know, gets me hyped throughout the day, and it's so much fun to just listen to it. I actually like it.
Yeah, I could definitely drop the link. Let me find it real quick. But yeah, it's a pleasure to work on videos like that, man. I love working on those videos. It brings me so much hype because you bring out the hype in those videos. You know that, man.
I have really good players to get hyped about. Come on, you saw that high up pull every single time that I watched that thresh, or no, it was high up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That every single time that I see that, I get hyped out when he hits it. I'm like, oh my god, he hit that. And like, even though I know it's gonna be coming, it's just like, ooh, I love it. I love it so much. And okay, that's some behind the scenes stuff. We'll worry about that in a little bit. But yes, please make me proud of the link cloud. Absolutely fantastic.
I wonder if it'll probably will let me.
I love it, but the bronze stacks are so big.
There it is.
Yeah. If you haven't, go click on that link there. Check out the awesome video that once again this lovely gentleman here has constructed. And you do hear a few of the casters, myself included. You might hear me once or twice.
A few times.
There.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, you know.
I think we have a good spread of who's casting in those. You know, like we had Wei and myself and Georgia, and I think there was a few more. But yeah, it's definitely it was exciting to work on that video, hearing all your voices, because that was hype. It was really hype. So
it was like, this is gonna be a pentakill, wait. It's like, oh. I love
Wait,
that.
This is a penta. And then the slight pause. The slight pause. He's like, oh.
Oh. And it's just like, get triple kill, quadruple kill. It's like, oh my god, that is one of the best plays. I wish we had that
every time. It cracks me up every time. Whew.
Oh, so good. And we have a little bit of analysis coming in from Soup, it looks like here. So Tryndamere into the kill. If the RNG gods are on your side early game, I mean, she doesn't get the range till level 6 at least, so that is going to be in Tryndamere's favor up until that point. Along with the Xin Zhao ganking potential, I mean, that's kind of putting it on a whole new level of just like, all right, we want to try to get ahead as quickly as possible here. You know, especially at Tryndamere. And he doesn't have to team fight. He can just stay to the side lanes and just be a threat the entirety of that game. Can get a whole lane. Even if his whole team is losing, that's still just something that Tryndamere does possess. He just wants to farm as much as possible, stick to the side lane, and then go from there. So that's what I expect to see happen, but I don't know. Overall, who are you going with? Exiles or with CST or CTS?
I'm definitely going with Exiles here. Like I stated before, I just like their comp. I like the counter picks. I feel like they have a really good setup in the draft phase to be able to win in the game. So I just feel like they're going to pull this off.
Okay. No, I can't argue with that. I also think that Exiles is going to be pulling this off as well. We do have a majority of the... it's actually one person put it all in. Claude put all in on CTS to win this one. He's like, I got this. Do not worry. I'm going to give them channel points. And I'm not even stressed.
Don't make me lose my channel points. I mean, I already lost channel points the game before, so
we're here only for we get paid in channel points. How do you think we eat?
Yeah, man, I'm starving here. I lost out on a lot of points yesterday. Actually, I regained points on the last game, so hey, I mean, something there.
Yeah,
But
there we go. There was
just
a few games from last week that really just skyrocketed me because I would like people were just dumping insane amount of points. I think it was Vanta versus Canadian where people were just dumping points into that game, and I was like, okay, so I would always go with the underdog just because
yeah.
I'm a gambler. It's like, all right, fuck it, just go over here, and I'm up to 96,000 now. So
Oh
I'm like,
my gosh.
I got pretty high up there off a few really risky bets. Not gonna lie,
You voted
but
on yellow that game, didn't you?
I did
Oh
definitely,
wow.
and they came through.
Yep, that
Canadian,
was
I think, swept it overall, or not swept it, but like I think they won the series overall against Vanta.
yeah, they did. I remember seeing it. I'm like, really? Okay, that was a pretty interesting outcome. But yeah, so this is gonna be game two. Do you think? I mean, now that we've seen the karma from Apricot, do you think the Tryndamere is gonna be? Is that like a comfort pick? Do we think that is the play to make here? Is he gonna, put early pressure, or is he just gonna, like you said, kind of go to a side lane, just farm all game, or is Aiden gonna do that? What do we think?
I mean, all right. So Apricot was definitely doing a great job on Karma trading with the Kiana early in game. It's just that Kiana definitely had the first blood in her favor. She had the extra longsword coming in the lane right off rip, so she was able just to do a lot more bursty damage. Tryndamere is a completely different aspect. He's going to be hard engaging, all in, and I think we're going to see a lot more aggressive play coming in from Apricot that Arrow can't really counter or match early on in the game.
Right.
It's going to be up to Nighthawk to try to maybe hover around mid until level 6 for Kale in order to ensure that she doesn't get just absolutely steamrolled. And then same thing I think with Jack. I think we're going to see a lot of 2v2s happening to the mid lane. And if not, then it's going to definitely be a 2v1 and whomever does decide to go there and stick with the mid lane. Everyone else can kind of just stay on their own. Swain, Seraphine can just poke out in the bot lane. Kindred can, farm safely with Nautilus being a little bit of that buffer there. So Jack's into the Garen with the sustain, Jax with the engage capability and the bursting. So they might play a little bit safe as well and respect each other. But I expect to see a lot of action in the mid lane, 100%. And it's going to be from Apricot, who's going to try to make up for last game, definitely.
That's true. I feel like they have a stronger 2v2 with Xin Zhao and Tryndamere than Xin Zhao and Karma. So definitely looking forward to that matchup, and we'll see if your thoughts are going to be true here coming into game 2.
Yes, game number 2. Once again, best of 3 series. Thank you once again to all of the wonderful people that we have come out here every single week. I mean, we have a lot of you that constantly do it, so much appreciated. Shout out to all of you and all the new people that end up coming in as well. Thank you so much for venturing in, and we hope to see you again soon.
Yeah.
But going into game number 2, let's take a look at the masteries. You don't have to pull them up on screen. I just want to see who has 7. Dang. Okay, we have a lot more masteries coming in on red side than we do on blue side, but that doesn't really necessarily mean anything.
Yeah.
We got Smurf accounts. Sure. You guys have Smurfs on Smurfs on Smurfs, so I don't ever believe anything that any of your accounts say ever. Oh, I only have 10,000 points. It's like, okay, Mr. S++ there. Shut up.
Oh, man. I mean, honestly, looking at the summoner spells, we do see Apricot taking Ghost and Flash, so definitely standard for that. Tryndamere to take those. Pretty aggressive lane. No TP on their side though, so and the enemy team does have double TP, so you're gonna have to watch out for those double TP side lane pressure there, especially in the bot lane. I feel, because if they're pushed up too much, Seraphine does push a lot, and so does Swain. So if they're pushed up too much and are just, TP coming in behind them, they're kind of dead in the water.
Yes, they are, and I genuinely hope, that they kind of played a little bit safe. I mean, the Nautilus, Rammus, no, everyone's going to go ahead and do the nice 5-point start here. Exiles going to play it safe. They're up 1-0. They don't have to play anything crazy or outlandish at all. They just want to play nice temperament. We have a nice safe comp. I definitely think they have the better comp out of the two teams at the moment, but who knows? A lot of poking coming in. Swain in the bot lane is always just something that you have to be cautious of. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta look out for the pulls, you gotta look out for those W's. He has great sustain as well. You know, coming in with his ultimate. He can also set up the jungler very nice with the ease, and they go through minions. It's just a lot of poking on the bot lane that, unless Mercurial is very hyper aware, could possibly have a bad time.
Yep, for sure. And I mean, let's see how these counter matchups play out because, you know, even though it is a counter, there are ways to play around certain champions if you just have the knowledge. Knowledge is power in this case. So we'll see if Exiles can either overtake in a 2-0 counter target spell or counter target spell. Just mounts a huge comeback.
Yes. No, I definitely think that they have the capabilities of doing so. I mean, we see it time and time again. You know, the comebacks are real. We see game threes happen all the time.
Yeah.
I'd be more willing to bet that we've seen more game threes than we have seen 2-0s throughout the entirety of all the series.
I will have to agree, yeah. In the spring split, that did happen quite frequently. And it looks like Exile's bot lane is going to hit level 2 first. They have the push. Seraphine doesn't really do too much damage to minions early on, but then top lane aggression here.
All right, here we are. Yes, Akiaden. Or I should have asked him how do you pronounce it. Damn it.
Oh my.
Oh, there we go. Then flash right into the hook, and that's going to be first blood going on over to JR. That was a lot of damage. I forgot how squishy Seraphine is. I mean, I genuinely was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, you were saying how they need to play a bit safe, and that was not it. JR just kind of just hooked, did all the combo stuff he needed at level 2. She got blown to smithereens.
And yeah, and Trendemir, as we see, is being a little bit of a lane bully. And okay, we have Aiden there, or Aiden, I'm sorry. Yep, going in onto Young Shax. I mean, I like this matchup because it's just like both players are just like known for just spinning, just twirling. That's it.
Twirling.
There's different things happen.
Yep, the twirlers, I guess you could call them. But yeah, that's that is the name of top lane usually. And
The twirlers.
Young Shax.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and engage there. Lots of damage coming in onto Aiden. Aiden for his life. The Conqueror Shax gonna go ahead and go off. Yep, and down he goes. Young Shax didn't even want to try to flash or nothing. He's like, nah. I'm going to go ahead and give it up, and Nighthawk is going to go ahead and get counter jungle here. Then another flash forward, and Apricot's actually going to go ahead and pick up that one. So really nice movement coming in from Team CTS.
Yeah.
Yes, I did say that correct.
Yes.
CTS there. Good looks. You know, they have the Xin Zhao against the Rammus. You definitely want that Xin Zhao pushing up into the jungle as much as possible, providing pressure. You know, that 1v1 Rammus definitely does not have that early game. He is more of that utilization support tank than like a brawler tank.
Yep, and Cloud is in some trouble here.
Yes, he is. Mercurial's doing some serious damage. The Ignite is off, but Diagon is so far back, and no, Rain is actually going to go ahead and pick up that kill. Yes, he is. JR's on the hunt. He said, I'm going to go ahead and get this kill anyways. Rain, can you dodge the hook? Oh, no. Oh! No! Oh, he's gonna turn around! He's gonna take one tower hit. I believe Diagon's gonna pick up that kill, but no, Rammus is on the way. Oh my goodness, this is so unfortunate. Oh my god. Yep, Powerball's gonna go ahead and collide, but underneath tower, is that gonna be worth it? Alright, takes 2 tower hits and just forced to back off. Oof, that was close. Great job from JR not giving up on the pursuit there. You know, just sticking to it, getting the kill, at least providing an assist on over to Kindred, so she's 0-1 and 2. But 2-0-0 for the Nautilus. That's not who you necessarily want to get those kills.
No, not necessarily, but still helps out in the tankiness department. So no harm, no foul. A kill is a kill. That's gold in the pocket.
Absolutely. And Shax once again going to the top side here against Aiden. And we have a little bit of rooting coming in from Tang. Rooting on Shax on the top side. So Shax, you have got some support, my friend. People are here for you. Do not let them down. You're doing a great job. Keep it up, sweetie.
Yep, for sure. He does have his Sheen, so he's going to do a lot more damage than before without it. So this is going to be, even though he's pushed in, he's still managing his lane opponent properly, I feel. Same with Aiden, actually. So it's you know, constant fighting. That's always top lane. It's just constant fighting. Like, you just don't.
The easiest way to
look at this! Look at this!
Oh, yeah, he's gonna go in and engage again onto Aiden. There we go. The stun's gonna come through, just forces him to back off. The only dilemma is that like Jax just doesn't have the same kind of system. What the heck? That hook landing on like literally, I did not think that was actually gonna hook. And Aiden's gonna go ahead and get an ulti off onto Shax on the top side. So 1-for-1, great trade. Jax for Swain. I don't know. That was a little bit iffy. If I could say like pull up a replay, that I did not see that hit box at all. Yeah, he does have ulti available just in case the taunt's going to go ahead and bust through. He is able to make it out. The Undying Rage is going to go ahead and bust out. And he is able to eat to safety there. Aiden's going to get engaged though, but Jack is there to follow up on the counter game just in case. Shax, he just died. He got back in the lane, forced to teleport, and it looks like he teleported to his own demise. Yes, the W is going to be popped in, and that kill is going to go on over to Aiden. Oh.
Jack.
Okay. There we go. Jack's like, okay, took too long. I'm taking this.
Yeah.
And because they know Jack was on the top side there, they're going to go ahead and pick up the the Ocean Drake. And it looks like, oh, what's next? I forgot to put up the objective timers. There we go.
Infernal.
Infernal is up next.
Yep.
Awesome.
And that means that it's either going to be a cloud or mountain once again.
I like the call-outs from each of these teams. Like, okay, jungle is topside. Go take Dragon now. He's up here. I know I'm going to die, and that's all right.
That is how you play League of Legends. You take and you give. Like, if you see something, say something, and looks like
absolutely. And another great engage coming in from JR. Diagon has the heals, though, and a lot more damage than he did at level 1. He has all the spells now. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but that burst is just kind of unreal. Yep. Going back in on top side. Okay, yeah, Jack is having a personal vendetta against Shax right now. He's like, okay, Jax, we're not going to allow you to get ahead here.
Yeah, he is actually just staying up there. They're going to pressure him off of the tower. Oh, what was that hook?
I know, he's just letting these all day, JR. What a monster. Some serious damage coming in from Mercurial, but he's going to get pulled in by the Swain E and the perfect timing from Mercurial. Look at this. All day, JR. You are definitely in the MVP. What was
that? Yeah, JR has 3 kills now.
What did he kill him with? Was that minion aggro?
I think that was minion aggro, yeah.
Oh my god.
There were so many minions.
That's so unfortunate.
There was a full wave there, and they all just said, hey, we're gonna pick up this kill for you, bro.
Yeah, like JR and Mercurial are like, nah, we are closing this out 2-0. Get on my back. I am carrying you to victory. I mean, JR has 3-0 and 2, 2-1 and 3 on the Kindred. Like, yeah, everyone else is chilling right now. Oh, Ghost is used on the top side here. Shax is just constantly getting pressured. Relentless. There's 3 people on top side now. What has Shax done to all of you? Let the man be.
They saw the support coming in from Twitch chat, and they're like, no, we can't have this. We can't have this. We can't let him have it.
It's like, yeah. If you can't be happy, I can't be happy.
Jack looking like he wants to pop Rift there. A TP coming in, though.
Yeah, okay, let's see. I think you're slightly ahead of me right now. I'm going to go ahead and raise that forward a little bit. But young Shax is going to go ahead and get the engage onto a Kaden. Nice Nautilus ulti onto the backside. Rem's going to ulti in as well, gets the taunt off. A great hook, though. It's going to go ahead and back off. Jack Spectrum, though, is on the run of his life. Arrow has got some serious damage. Is it going to be enough? Boom! Yes, it is. Double kill on over to Arrow. And this is just running away now for Team Exiles. That was a great engage from everybody. On Exiles on the top lane there. I think Shax has been bullied enough, and he said, you know what, I may die one more time, but the team is going to be picking up some kills anyways.
Yeah, that's incredible outplay potential there. I mean, Shax was pushed up the turret, and so they just kind of turned that wide around. Apricot actually ghosted up there. Did not get anything for it, though. And the TP, like I said, TP is coming out. Those are going to turn around team fight in an instant, so definitely need to be on the timers of those and be careful of who's got what, especially when it comes to teleports.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird comp from Team CTS right now. Like, Garen, Zinzao, Trendemir, those are just single target people, and you don't have any constant, like, DPS, because, like, once you get CC'd, they don't have an ADC to really follow up. Like, Seraphine, Swain, they do good AP damage, but it's just not constant. Not like a Ziggs or a Vigar or somebody like that, you know? who's always just dropping some kind of spell every couple of seconds. Like, they do have kind of longer cooldowns. And here we go. Arrow's going to go ahead and get engaged, though, from Apricot. Jack Spectrum, though, to follow up. The kill also is going to go off. It is not going to be enough. And they are going to pick up that kill onto her. So Tryndamere now 2-0. And that is the first death on over to Arrow.
Yeah, that is a good shutdown to take. And Apricot is ahead. Oh, Nighthawk.
Okay, Nighthawk. He's going to go to engage, uses the power ball and the taunt. I don't know. Apricot is going to be dancing back and forth. Does not help at all.
Yeah, not much for him. He does not want to auto-attack Aramis with a defensive curl ball attached to him, so fair enough. Fair play.
He's just like, I'm waiting.
Yeah, that's kind of how you have to play that against a Aramis. Aramis will not tolerate any auto-attacks of any kind. You just cannot walk up and auto-attack. It's not allowed. It's illegal.
Yeah, which makes it difficult because that's like 60% of the champion base in this game.
Exactly. That is the point. That is why draft is so important here. And
ooh, blocking that Garen Q, very nice from Young Shax. He's getting stronger. He has the Vampire Scepter and the Shade, and a nice engage onto Arrow here. Arrow's going to be caught out. The rest of his team is on the way, but just a moment too soon, or too late. I apologize. Rammus ulti in to get the taunt off onto Jack. Is it going to be a kill? Yes, it is. And I think Mercurial, yep, is going to pick up that kill. 3-1-3, and the Dragon is going to be picked up as well. Or no, I'm sorry, it's going to be a Mountain Soul.
Mountain Soul
is going to be the next one.
Yeah.
So that's 2 Mountain Souls in a row. Oh no, it was Ocean Soul last time. My apologies.
Yep. What's interesting is that CTS is actually pulling off, quite even plays here. They're not as far behind as they were in the first game, so definitely props to them for, sticking in it. I mean, they have a gold deficit of 1,000, but that's not a lot, and it's certainly not as much as it was last game. So definitely still in the game. They are 2 dragons behind.
All right, here we go. Aiden's going to go ahead and get a lot of E damage down. 1Q, 1 ulti, the ignite just for safe measure. And Young just got deleted. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. All right, well.
Poor Young Shax, honestly.
He's just been getting bodied this whole time. By like 2 or 3 people minimum.
Yeah. And I mean, now Iden is ahead. I guess they really wanted Iden to actually just be ahead on Garen, which is fair because Garen does fall off later stages in the game due to kiting, due to ultimates being used to prevent his ultimate from actually hitting. So it's actually appropriate that he is being bullied. But as much I don't condone bullying, but I'm just saying that this this matchup is very, very Garen heavy if he can get ahead. So.
Yeah, definitely. But I still would say, even though Jax is 1-4, his team fights are better. Like, his utilization in team fights are just a little bit better. Once again, Garen is a single target. Like, his ulti, 1 person. I know Jax can only auto 1 person, but the AoE on his stun is a perfect engage. Like, it sets his team up very nicely for either Rammus to go in and follow up afterwards, or have the Rammus go in, then Jax go in. The Nautilus ulti can go off as well. It's just a really nice setup coming in from Exiles all the way around. Even if he's 1-4, he could still be effective. While Garen, on the other hand, can be CC'd to death, stopped completely, and his ult can be mitigated. He can't hit it off sometimes if you get burst down quick enough.
Yeah, that is true. I do feel like they do want to use Jax as a team fighter this game rather than a split pusher because he can do both. He's just not. I feel like he's not as good as a team fighter as he is a split pusher. But
Arrow doing some work, getting a lot of good damage in on to Apricot. Apricot's going to go ahead and get 3v1 into the mid lane here. Yeah, he's going to be forced to pop the ulti. Is it going to be enough? No, he's going to safely get out underneath his own tower. Jack Spectrum's there for some support, but they might push out this mid lane. Towers are all intact all the way across the board, and Rift Scuttle actually is going to be picked up by Nighthawk and JR, it looks like. Yeah, they are definitely going for that right now.
Yeah, and it looks like Iden is like, we know they're there. What do we want to do? Are they going to gank me? Are they going to take Rift Herald? And Jack is on his way. He does not want this to be taken, or he's going to respond with first tower, maybe.
Yeah, they know that they have to give up the Rift Scuttle. It's important. It's a good objective. It has great, lane pushing capabilities. But giving up that first tower, though, like for free, essentially, probably wasn't worth it.
Probably not. We'll have to see how they utilize this Rift Herald. If they want to, use it for the next dragon that is up in a minute. It'll be their third dragon. But it looks like Aiden wants something here.
Yeah, he's going to go in and get the pull off onto Nighthawk. He did pick up the Rift Herald, though. And yeah, Aiden is just coming in with some serious damage. He did use the ultimate, so that is down. Now it's a 3v2 in the top lane. Braincloud's going to go in and pop the ultimate, pops the stopwatch as well to gain some kind of health back, but he is only level 8. Okay, lands a root, but a counter is going to be coming in from JR, and Young Shaxx is going to go in and pick up the second kill. Yes, he is down, but he is not out for the count. Shaxx coming back strong with the kill. Very nice. I like that they also were able to pick up the Rift. They have 2 dragons. They didn't get the first tower, unfortunately, but they're not behind at all. They're down by 200 gold. Even though, 2 and 4, 0 and 2. We have a 3 and 0 Nautilus. We have a 3 and 1 Kindred. That Seraphine, though, was doing a really good job 1v1. And the flash forward from Jack makes Arrow flash out of it as well. And Diagon versus Mercurial is not going well for Mercurial at all.
CTS is actually now ahead, and it's surprising because they were behind by 1,000 gold, and now with that first tower taken, they're now ahead. And it's not by much, but it is a start. They might be able to pull off this tower down here with the amount of pressure that Seraphine is giving Mercurial. It's very, very, very annoying.
Yeah, Seraphine has is 2,000 gold less than Kindred is at the moment, so yeah, they're up by a couple hundred, but they are down overall very strongly in some of these lanes. And oh no, the Seraphine ulti is going to miss everybody, unfortunately, and they do go ahead and steal it. Wow, unreal. Great job coming in from Nighthawk. They do pick up the kill on the Diagon as well. They are just going to go out with their victories. Very nice from Team Exiles. Stole the dragon, got the mountain. It's going to set him up for soul point. Excellent work, and that was totally worth for Team Exiles in every way. They got a kill, free dragon, and off they go. Oh, and it looks like they're going to pick up another kill on to Raincloud. It looks like, I don't know why he was so far pushed up. Maybe trying to get a little bit of deep wards, I'm not sure, but that was not the path he needed to be taking right then and there.
Yep, more fighting in the top lane, as top laners do. Rift Herald is going to be popped mid, so that might be the mid tower there. The first tower for them, at least.
Yep.
Or second tower.
Oh, and they pick up a second one, yep. At the same time, bot lane and mid lane were both popped, so not to worry. It would have been the first tower. I didn't even see bot lane pushing, to be honest.
Yeah. Kindred did pick up that tower there, so now they're back on track. They did steal the dragon. They got 2 towers. They're back in the gold lead. They might turn this around. We'll have to see. I mean, Aiden is definitely doing well on his own against this Jax right now. He is pressuring as much
there
as
we
possible.
go. Another engage coming in from Aiden. I mean, that E damage is just unreal. The Conqueror, he has Berserker's Grief, so he's going to go ahead and get even more spins in there. Or would you say twirling? Twirl to win.
Yeah, they are a twirl to win game. For this game, at least.
Yeah. Garen, Tryndamere. Zinzal, I guess, has like a twirl from his ulti, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
And here we go, another big engage coming in from Aiden. I mean, that is half his health already. The Ignite ulti coming through. Is it enough? Yes, it is. The flash out from JR. Is that going to be too late? Oh my god, double Ignite, double kill coming in for CTS. Very good. And I think, yeah, Swain picked up that top one. Aiden picked up the other one. So, 2 big shutdowns. Not necessarily to the individuals that you needed it to go to. It would be nice if, Tryndamere, or no, I'm sorry, not Tryndamere, Seraphine were to get one. Mercurial's going to go ahead and pick up a good amount of damage. Doesn't have a lot of armor built up yet. And they went with Berserker's Greaves instead of Steel Plate because they're going damage, not tank. How do you feel about, like, damage Garens versus tank Garens?
Well, I mean, Stridebreaker, well, here's the thing. Berserker's Greaves doesn't mean he is necessarily going damage. I mean, sure, he could pick up, like, Sunfire.
Oh, he did a Dead Man's Plate.
He does have a Dead Man's Plate, so it's like a mixture. I mean, that's how you want to build Garen, is, like, you build Stridebreaker, and then you could really build just whatever else you need for, if you're doing well in lane, you build a little bit of damage. If you already need to chase down people, I guess you could build Dead Man's here. I feel like there could be another better option. But yeah, it's good to build a mixture of things on Garen.
I can't wait to see the team fight. Because we've seen a lot. I mean, we've seen some 3v3s. You know, we've definitely seen 2v2s. But we have not seen the 5v5. And it looks like our wish is going to be granted right now. The Seraphine ult is coming in a little bit too late. There's Nighthawk. Great ult down to the back line. Aiden is going to go ahead and get bursted down as well. Swain's going to do what he can. But he's just going to get there and get poked off. Jack Spectrum's going to go ahead and pop his Crescent as well. Teleport also coming in from Young Shax to engage here. I don't know, Apricot might be caught out. The stun was already utilized. Shax, there we go. Went and popped the stun off as well. Tom coming in onto Aiden. Nice CC coming through. Great hook coming in from JR. And he does get the kill, though, on to Nighthawk before going down. So it is going to be a 2-for-1 as of right now. Woo! Oh, my God. The flash from Young Shax to get the kill on to Jack Spectrum there. And almost getting on. He's going to hop over the wall with the dash away. No, don't chase that hard, my young friend. Go, go, go. Okay,
yeah, he will get out alive. Wow, Young Shax. Yeah.
Went from 1-4 to 3-5. Built differently, Tank says. Built differently indeed, my friend. This is quite the comeback story. He's managed to keep up in farm. Went from a 1-4 deficit to 3-5. I mean, he is living every top laner's dream right now. This is exactly what you want to be saying.
Yeah, I actually remember making a similar play myself, getting back into the game. That's kind of what you want to do as Jax. So yeah, definitely good for him. It is almost soul time here. Dragon up in 15 seconds. They do not want them to have a mountain soul. The big shield is not good if you're facing them on the side of counter target spell. Jack Spectrum is going to be marked by Kindred here, so they're expecting to take out Jack. Maybe he's the target here.
Let's see if they're able to accomplish that. I mean, that's a tall order.
Yeah, that is a tall order. They do expect him to go into the Dragon Pit very soon here, so that's probably why.
Are they just going to give it up? Yeah, they're not even going to contest it. That's unreal. They're just going to give up the soul all the way around and then just go to mid lane, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that was the call. Not sure if it was the right one.
No, Apricot just kind of staying behind, not really sure what he's doing. A flash over from Rain to get over the wall there and escape, which he will do successfully. Apricot was just kind of staying behind the dragon a couple seconds. Oh, the flash forward onto Jack, though, into a Nautilus hook. I mean, that combo is just unreal. We have an ulti onto the backline. Diagon's going to get knocked up, and Mercurial's going to go in and pick up the kill onto Xin Zhao. Very nice pickup, and this looks like they might go and start the Baron. Yes, they will. And she's going to leash the Gromp there for Kale. No worries. I'll just help you out there a little bit. And yeah, they're going to be able to very easily take this. Jack's like, don't even worry about this. Or, I'm sorry, Shax is like, don't worry about this. I'm just going to go ahead and push out bot lane. And they're going to go ahead and reset and take the Baron to each lane respectively. Okay, that was a little bit nerve-wracking. Why would they just wait on it like that? Why do people do that? I just expect an Ezreal ulti out of nowhere, even if he's not on the map. It's just like, oh, well, I know he's here.
That's probably why. There's no Ezreal, unfortunately, in this game. It was banned out, so no harm, no foul. Just leaving it up for a second there. It doesn't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but this is going to put Exiles ahead a lot. And let's see what they do with this Baron.
Yeah, 7-1-3. Kindred is forced to be reckoned with. I mean, it's unreal. It is unreal. I mean, Exiles come out tonight and just definitely shown a very dominating performance. And I can't wait to, like, this is definitely I think one of my favorite teams to be watching right now. They've picked a lot of oddball champions, ones that you don't normally see, and they have made it work definitely. You know, I like seeing the off meta champs, you know, getting a little bit of champion variety within these games. You know, trust me, I love winning. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I will make everyone go Braum, Tristana, every single bot lane forever if need be. I don't care. You know, I'm going with safe, easy win comps, like, for me personally. But for them to expand, you know, see new faces, see new champions, I really like this dynamic that Team Captus brings to all these games.
Yep, for sure. This is definitely interesting gameplay. I mean, counter target spell isn't that far behind. They are behind Baron, they are behind a Soul, but they're putting on a good defense for now. It looks like Exiles want to split up their team members. They're just going to send 3 mid, kill bot, and Jack's top, which is fair. They're going to give up this tower here in the mid lane.
This is a
And
perfect use of Baron. Perfect utilization of Baron. Each lane pushing out with Barons. Like, I love that. I love that. That 1-3-1. Now they already pushed out mid. They can't do anymore. They're going to go in and convene up top. Like, the communication from Exiles this game, immaculate. Absolutely immaculate.
yep, the TP's coming out strong on that side of the map, and it looks like Iroh.
Oh, they're just giving up bot lane.
Yeah, they really are. They are sending Iden down, but it's too late. Too little too late, because I was just going to back away. Maybe actually...
Oh, and mid lane's being sieged too. They're just all over the place. They had to watch Mel Gibson's The Patriot beforehand. There's no way that they didn't get these guerrilla warfare tactics if not for that movie.
Oh, they are? Ooh,
Oh, here we go. So
God.
Shaxx with the engage and bursting down Seraphine like nothing. But it looks like, oh no, he does have the Conqueror stacks as well. The healing's coming through. He's going to go in and pick up another kill, double kill onto young Shaxx. That's 4 members down now. Trindamir's the last one to remain alive. He is 2-0-1, but that is just not going to be enough. Baron, it looks like they're going to be exiting this out 2-0 with Team Exiles as the dominant victors in this best-of-3 series. Oh my god.
Wow.
But yeah, that's going to go ahead and close it out. 12-20, 2-0. What a crazy, crazy series that was. That was just... I was genuinely expecting to see a game 3. I'm not going to lie.
Definitely a dominating... I was expecting it too, but definitely a dominating performance from Exiles. And that will be their second win of this series. Let's look at the damage charts here. Young Shaxx. Oh my god. The comeback is real.
Oh my god.
For being bullied all game. Yeah. He blew everyone else out of the water in the damage.
Yo, he's just like, you gotta send another one. Send another. Send another. 3 is not enough.
3 is not
4
enough.
4 is not enough.
4 is not enough.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely am gonna give young Shaxx my MVP vote that game. Like 100%. He persevered. Came out 5-5. He was 1-4 at one point. I mean, Zinzao was just living up top. Jack definitely wanted to go ahead and try to play off Aiden as much as possible there, and he ate it too. He ate every crap sandwich that came to him. He was getting 3v1, 2v1. He was getting dove underneath tower. I mean, there was a whip child, I think, at one point even popped up there. Like, he was not having a good time at all. And he still came out on top. 178 farm, most damage in the game, most everything. Or, I'm sorry, 203 farm, 5-5. Unreal. So, let's go ahead. We're going to put up the MVP vote. Who's your MVP vote for this game? Or just overall for the whole series?
Well, for this game specifically, it was between Young Shaxx and JR, because JR was pulling off a fantastic Nautilus. Those hooks were unreal. You saw that one hook just go, it went straight and then it curved, and it was like, huh? But yeah, I think for this game specifically, it's going to have to be with Young Shaxx. Overall... That's a different story. Let's see. So Young Shaxx did play Kled in the top side. Let's see. I mean, for that
it's so
game,
difficult.
We said Kiana, who was.
Oh, that's true for the first one, and yeah, Arrow definitely did work. That first game.
Huh. I don't know. It's gotta be. I mean, you know, JR doing a fantastic job on the Nautilus twice in a row. Then we have Mercurial on the Kindred twice in a row. Did well. I don't know. This is a hard one, actually. What are your thoughts?
Arrow was just so effective in that first game with Kiana. I mean, very effective first game with Kiana. So. This is difficult, but Shaxx just legend, the legendary 3-1, 3v1 topside. We saw it. I mean, he was being camped on camp, and he said, "That's fine. I will take it. I will take it all. You get the jungle objectives. You get the towers. I'm still gonna have to go with Shaxx on that one. I'm sorry. I know, Arrow. You did so well. Do not get me wrong. I am not underplaying that. You are like." This is the closest second place vote that I've ever had to give, and I'm going with Shaxx personally. I'm giving him my vote. We have 5 straight votes for young Shaxx right now into the top lane. Once again, very, very, very good overall from Team Exiles. Like, fantastic. And Arrow, I mean, it is like right there for me. But what about you?
Yeah, I'm going with Arrow actually. I
Okay.
liked his Kiana play. I liked the Kale play in the second game, so I'm gonna go with him. I know Young Shax did have a great second game, and Junior Boys or JR Boys as well, but yeah, Iroh actually pulled off a fantastic first game. Actually propelled them to win that game for that specific one. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna vote Iroh, but hey, it looks like Young Shax has gotten the most votes
I
so
think that
far.
we've seen in general. I think this is the most that we've ever seen in general for one person specifically. All of Exiles voted
Wookie monster forehead. Is my forehead too shiny? Yeah, I don't know.
Ah, no, definitely not.
It,
Botboy 0191. I mean, you got numbers in your name, my friend. Like, come on. Like,
but yeah.
yeah, no, but Shaq's 8 votes so far to Shaq. I think Shaq might get it. We do have a couple seconds left here in the MVP vote, so definitely anyone you can put your input here. But I think Shaq might look at it. I'm gonna go ahead and at least give him the pre-warning. Hey, we're probably gonna be grabbing you.
Okay. And there's a couple seconds left, so yeah, give him a fair warning that it's more than likely going to be Young Shax. I like that name,
I gave him the
Young
full.
Shax.
Yeah, it's just so fun to say. It's just like, yeah, give me that Young Shax.
Young Shax. I'm not sure if that's a play on Shax from Destiny, because it just reminds me of Shax from Destiny.
You know, my roommate loves Destiny. I can ask him. Well, let's ask him when we bring him in here. So
Exactly.
MVP all the way around. Let's go ahead and bring him in here. Move to Rylion's casting couch. Thank you. Hello, Young Shax, my good sir. How does it feel to have the most MVP votes in a game?
Honestly, it feels great. It feels considering that I just had to deal with a solo queue top lane for 15 minutes, dealing with 3v1,
Solo queue
Ignite
top.
top and everything. It was a story to tell you. It was a real story of the game.
It was a ride. It was quite the journey for you. I mean, starting up, I liked your Kled game. I really like the fact that you picked Kled and the fact that you also picked Jax. 2 people that we don't really see a whole lot in the league. Do you typically like to stick to like off meta types, just because you know they're just a little bit unusual to see? You don't get to play against them that often, so you don't really know how to go up against it. Or like, what's your thought process when you went into the Kled into the Jax?
So for our my thought process was coming onto this team first time on a team. It seemed as if our first week, I wasn't able to have an identity as like a champion. Depending on what champs I played, I would say more of like a just submissive role on the team. Just be like a Michio, stuff like that. But getting onto fighting like champs, how we were able to all express and show how gifted we are as a team. And being on a Kled, I'm able to engage and start fights and 1v1. Jax, obviously, I can know how to take a beating and then pop off later in the game. So obviously, as I think this game alone and for future games, it will see that our team is a problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
you definitely have set a standard for moving forward here. I definitely like that. And what are your expectations? All right, well, actually, let's find out. Shax, is that from Destiny? And Wookie had
yes,
a
100%. Young Shax is
100%.
You called it, man. You called it 100%.
Growing up and playing a Destiny, I used to be a Titan, dressed just like Lord Shax, so I got the nickname Young Shax and stuck to it ever since.
Okay,
Perfect.
makes sense. Nice.
It's a dope name, man. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Wookie, what kind of questions you got, my friend?
So we saw you take a second beating in that second beating in that second game. Now, was it like, was the comms just like, okay, it's fine, don't worry about it, or was it like you were kind of panicking, or what was the comms during that time?
It was more so, as I said before, it's like my first time being on a team. So in a sense, I'm used to getting just abused top lane. So it's like I told my team, do not worry about it. Just give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, and everything will be okay. I will take the beating for you guys. You guys are doing great across the map. Like JR's amazing hooks is winning bot
Oh
lane.
my,
Oh yeah.
unreal.
Like, honestly, I'm surprised I got in here because of that. But I was like, guys, it's okay. Just give me time. I'm going to pop off. Obviously, our coach just an insane draft. I don't know how that happened, but we had all the tools ready for that game, and it just showed there.
Yeah, very impressive draft coming out in the second. You guys kind of played every member of their team almost. So yeah, very good.
Hmm.
Absolutely excellent. I mean, what are your? Do you guys like plan to stay as a team? Throughout into maybe like fall split, or like what are your expectations just overall as a unit? Do you see yourself lasting pretty far into the tournament? I know once again everybody wants to win. I get that, but I mean like realistically, if you had to take a hard look at your team and all the other teams that you versed up so far, where would you place yourself amongst all of the other ones so far?
To be honest, I think we will be the problem team. We're probably number 1 or 2. We are the
Okay.
problem.
Okay, look at Young
Oh.
Shaq's coming in.
Woo.
He's like, we're the problem.
Woo!
Hey, and from the results that we saw here tonight, 2-0 right off rip. I mean, you had a whole cheerleader section, by the way. Tang was rooting for you from the beginning. They said,
yeah.
yep, that's my dog. That is my dog all day, and they've got this. And that is the type of confidence that I definitely want to see, from you, from the rest of your team, because you guys definitely stamped your dominance in this league is starting off. I love it. I absolutely love it.
All right.
So yeah, great job again. I mean, any closing remarks? Anything you want to say? About your team? Anything like that?
Of course. For future teams, if you don't plan on letting me have Poppy, it's just gonna keep happening again. Keep banning it out. I'm not worried. We have a big champ pool over here.
Okay, you heard it here first. He said, "Keep on banning my Poppy. Go ahead, do it." I was like, who do they keep on targeting for the Poppy ban? So I was like going through the OP, and I was like, oh, and then Wookie's like, oh, okay, it's Young Shax who has the Poppy play, and I'm like, oh, okay, is it that legendary? I need to see it.
I don't even get it in scrims. I can't play the champion, so
Really?
it's that bad. Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, well, definitely. I hope one day someone falters. They have like 4 subs and they just get only 1 ban. And if they only choose the Poppy ban,
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
then we'll know that it's definitely the thing of legends, 100%. Well, great job. Go enjoy your win. 2-0 victory. I mean, it doesn't get any more perfect than that. Thank you to everybody who was tuned in tonight. We do have another game tomorrow. It is going to be Gloria and Wookie once again. Wonderful Wookie, 3 days in a row. Look at that.
Days.
You get to just see him all the time.
I'm wondering if I'm getting paid or not. We'll keep that on the down low. Yeah.
Yes, please sub to the channel so that we can pay Wookie for all the wonderful work that he does. If you guys want more of those videos, I mean, we got to give him something. These channel points can only get him so far. But tomorrow's we have Girlfriends, which is Team Gray, versus Redemption Red, which is who we saw yesterday play, and they were the winners from yesterday's game as well. And it's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, another best of 3. It's going to be the final match for this week. We're going to end out week 2 very strong. Once again, we have Girlfriends, Team Gray, versus Team Redemption, which is Team Red, and that's going to be by Gloria, and once again, Wookie Monster himself. So, yes, we will catch you then tomorrow. Everyone, it is your boy Rylionn signing out. Wookie once again, our MVP, Young Shax. Great job. Woo. And we will catch you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.
Good night, guys.